Well, we've got a half decent day today, and it's the first opportunity I've really had to get out on the bike since I fitted the Power Commander 5, and I want to try and get a bit of a feeling as to how it's improved the bike. I've just ridden through Chesterfield in slow traffic, stopping and starting and such like, and no problems there. It's much smoother, much more responsive, no lurchiness or lumpiness. So far everything seems pretty much okay. I have got one issue, but it's an issue that was here prior to fitting the Power Commander, and that's this little power surge when you roll off the throttle. It was doing it last year, and I'd hoped fitting the Power Commander would get rid of it, but it hasn't. But they've asked me to do a few checks, ride the bike, and ascertain at what point it's actually doing it, so they can try and isolate it, iron it out. So that's what I want to do today while I'm out and about. Just play around a bit and see how she goes. But so far she's running really smoothly. Just did it then. Just a tiny blip. I think it's occurring at a particular rev limit setting. I think it's occurring somewhere around about 3,750 revs or 3,800. I can't be that accurate, but I might be wrong. They advised me to mark the twist grip, which I've done. I've stuck a bit of tape on the twist grip down there and marked it, well, you can see that. Marked it in graduations of 0 to 100% throttle, and just put a little dab of white emulsion paint actually on the twist grip itself, and hopefully then when it does this little power surge, I might be able to see what kind of throttle opening it's occurring at. Whether it's a throttle opening thing or whether it's a rev thing, we've got to try and figure out where it's happening. Just keep looking down at that marking I've got on the throttle. I'm running about 20% throttle at the moment in second gear, 4,000 revs. Yeah, she just kicked there. About 3,500, just as I shut the throttle. Now apparently, when I took the bike in to be tuned, Russ, the guy who does the tuning, was telling me that the oxygen sensors in the exhaust system, which you bypass with the Power Commander 5, because if you don't, you finish up with the Power Commander fighting with the ECU, one's telling it to put more fuel in, the other's telling it not, so it just gets a bit of a mess. But apparently on the ECU, the get to a certain rev range, and can't remember now where he said it was, and the ECU cuts the oxygen sensors out of the monitor to the circuit, so to speak, doesn't use them. The oxygen sensors are only active for like town riding. When you get some gas on the open road, nothing silly so I'm doing here. Get a bloody move on. Yeah, when you're out on the open road, they're not in circuit, they don't do anything. There we are, just kicked in again. It's about, I reckon it's about 10% throttle, about 3,000 revs, at least it was then. That's in second cog. So I'm going to have to get somewhere off the beaten track and just play around. Now then, that's interesting. It just kicked again. I'm in third gear now, and that will about 2,500 revs, but we're still about the same throttle opening. Around about, somewhere around about 10 to 20%. She's definitely a lot happier just toddling along. You know, if you just keep her on a constant throttle setting and just burble along. I mean, at the moment, what am I in? Third cog, 3,000 revs, doing about just under 45 miles an hour. And she's really, really smooth running now. Might be a good place to have a little bit of a play around this. So I'm in second gear. Check her up. 3,000. That's it. Roll her off down to about 10% throttle and it kicks. Right, third gear. Be able to do it. I'm going to run into back at lorry before I get up to speed. I'll have to find somewhere quieter. Yeah, a very smooth throttle response. Silky smooth now. I mean, it were alright before, but it certainly seems better. Second cog, about 10% throttle, take her up a little bit, back her off to about 10%, watch the revs come down. There we are. Again. 10% throttle. Oh, that's interesting. I'm running at 10% throttle now down here in third gear. There's no hint of a surge. Might be wrong, but I think one of the other things with, since I've had the power commander fitted, you shut the throttle, you don't get those, not so many of those pops and bangs that you got without it. So smooth now, it's not that throttle. Response is instantaneous, and it's just silky smooth acceleration. Yes, I think I can definitely say, hand on heart, the slow speed running is perfect now. Not a hint of a lurch or a hesitation. Really good. If you can just get this deceleration issue sorted, then there's absolutely nothing else to do to it. Yes, she just pulls away, no hesitation. Below 3,000 revs at 10% throttle in second gear. Well, one good thing, we're recording this. I can look back and retrieve this data. It's more memory. purely my own personal impression. If you want to improve the slow speed running of the T120, or I assume any of the 1200 engines, fuel injected ones, then you'll get away quite happily fitting a booster plug. It does exactly what it says. It smooths it out at the low speeds, so you don't need to spend an absolute fortune to improve the slow speed running of the bike. I would say the Power Commander kind of knocks the rough edges off. It just does the job that little bit better. Where with the booster plug, there's still a slight hint of lumpiness at times. With this, it seems to have eradicated any rough running. So as I say, if you're not wanting to spend a fortune, you just want to try and improve the slow speed running, then fit a booster plug.